Hello, welcome to New Possibilities. My name is Anson Asaka. I speak truth to power without fear. Today I'm going to talk about Kwanzaa. And in the description to this video, I will include a link to Maulana Karenga's video. Maulana Karenga is the founder of Kwanzaa, and in his video, he explains what Kwanzaa is. He explains why he decided to create Kwanzaa. And in my video, I'm going to do a brief summary of the principles of Kwanzaa and just provide some basic information about what Kwanzaa is and what it's all about. And the focus of this video will be on why I choose to celebrate Kwanzaa. Kwanzaa is a 7-day holiday that was founded by Maulana Karenga in 1966. It starts on December 26th and it ends on January 1st. Each one of the 7 days of Kwanzaa represent a separate principle. And there are 7 principles of Kwanzaa, and these 7 principles are called the Nguzo Saba. The first principle of Kwanzaa is Umoja, which means unity. The second principle is Kujichagulia, which means self-determination. The third principle is Ujima, which means collective work and responsibility. The fourth principle is Ujima, which means cooperative economics. The fifth principle is purpose, which and the word for purpose in the Nguzo Saba is Nia. The sixth principle is Kuumba, which means creativity. And the seventh principle is Imani, which means faith. Now, those are the core principles of Kwanzaa. And during Kwanzaa, we light a separate candle on each day for each of the 7 principles of Kwanzaa. There's a candle holder called a Kinara, and each day, again, is represented by a candle. And the candles are in 3 different colors. They are in red, black, and green. And those colors represent the African liberation flag. The black is for the people, the red is for the blood that the people shed fighting for freedom, and the green is for the land. So those are the colors used during the month of Kwanzaa. The center candle, which is black, that's the candle for Umoja, which means unity. And then you have 3 red candles and 3 green candles. And again, on each day, each candle is lit. Now I'm going to talk about why I choose to celebrate Kwanzaa. I'm not going to go into depth about all the rituals of Kwanzaa, but I'm going to instead focus on why Kwanzaa is important and why I celebrate it and why I encourage you to celebrate it. The first reason why I celebrate Kwanzaa is out of the second principle, and that principle is Kujichagulia again, and that principle means self-determination. We again did not come to this country voluntarily. We were kidnapped and brought here and held in bondage. We were enslaved for centuries, and then after that we were oppressed under a new system called Jim Crow. And this system, these systems of oppression deprived us of our original identity, and they deprived us of our human dignity and our human self-respect. Those systems of oppression taught us to worship the white man and to love the white man and to hate ourselves. And this holiday of Kwanzaa is about us reclaiming ourselves and reaffirming who we are as a people and reclaiming our self-identity and our pride. And part of reclaiming one's identity involves defining for oneself the things that matter, defining one's own holidays, creating one's own customs. So it is key that we have the ability to create our own holidays and our own institutions. And Kwanzaa is one of the institutions that has stood the test of time. And it is something that we should hold on to. For far too long, we have allowed others to define what is important to us. We let others define what holidays we support and what holidays we celebrate. We celebrate all kinds of holidays without knowing the meaning of the holidays or the importance of the holidays. We celebrate Christmas. We celebrate Easter. We celebrate the 4th of July. We celebrate Valentine's Day. We celebrate all kinds of holidays that are really alien to us as a people. We celebrate these holidays without really understanding the significance of those holidays. We don't question, many of us don't question any of these holidays. But when a black man creates a holiday for his own people to celebrate, too often we're quick to question him and we're quick to question the authenticity of the holiday. So for me, it's about self-determination. It's about us defining what is important for ourselves and us creating our own identity without, relying on someone else's definition, without relying on someone else's imposition and definition of our culture. We're defining our own culture by creating our own holiday. So that's the first reason, self-determination. The second reason why, I support Kwanzaa is because of the key principles that are being espoused during Kwanzaa. For instance, all of these principles are vital to our existence as a people, and they're vital to our survival, and they're vital to any people's survival. And these principles are far more important than a lot of the principles that are espoused during a lot of holidays that we run around celebrating. So the principles are one of the driving reasons why I support Kwanzaa and why I encourage everyone to support it. For instance, the first principle, it says unity, to strive for and maintain unity in the family, community, nation, and race. And we definitely need unity as a people. We're divided. Unfortunately, we're divided not only in terms of politics, we're divided on the family level, on the community level. When we look at the problems in the home, when we look at the problems in the community, we see there is a need for unity. And it is great for Africans in America or African Americans to discuss, this important principle of unity. And these principles are principles that aren't just celebrated once a year, but these are principles that hopefully we can carry with us throughout the year. And again, the second principle is self-determination, to define ourselves, name ourselves, create for ourselves, and speak for ourselves. Ujima, again, collective work and responsibility to build and maintain our community together and make our brothers and sisters' problems our problems and solve them together. That's what we really need to do. We need to work on solutions and work on collectively solving the problems that we face as a people. And any holiday that celebrates those kinds of principles, I have to unite behind. We need to unite behind, and we need to make these principles manifest in our lives. I'll go on into further detail about the other principles now. Ujima, to build and maintain our own stores, shops, and other businesses, and to profit from them together. That is vital. If we look at our communities, too often, most of the businesses in our community are controlled by outsiders. Too often, that's the case. Whether you're in Detroit, whether you're in Baltimore, whether you're in any city in America, any predominantly black community, you will see that many of the businesses are controlled by those from outside of the community. And this is a problem that Malcolm X talked about years ago. It's a problem that's been talked about for years. And it's a problem that we need to collectively work on and try to solve. We need to control the businesses in our community so that we can empower ourselves as a people. And we need to profit together from those businesses. And those who are successful in running their own businesses, they have a responsibility to the community. They need to give back to the community and help uplift and improve and advance the community as a whole. So those are just some of the principles I will point out. I'm not going to go through all of them, but those are very key principles. And, just those few that I cited highlight how important they are just by citing what these principles are. These are principles that we need to incorporate in our lives. So that's, the second reason. These are important principles that, we all should be behind and we all should support. The third and final reason why I support Kwanzaa is because it gives us an opportunity to develop our own culture, and also it gives us an opportunity to honor our ancestors and our history. One of the key rituals to Kwanzaa is libations, and this is a cultural custom throughout Africa where people honor their ancestors before ceremonies. So during Kwanzaa, before the ceremonies begin, they always honor the ancestors by calling the names of the fallen, calling the names of the great African American leaders and African leaders in general, and even just family members' names out of respect, out of reverence, as a way to honor those who have gone before us and those who've made our current life possible. So it's a great opportunity to honor and cherish those who came before us. So those are just some of the reasons why I celebrate Kwanzaa and why I encourage you all to celebrate Kwanzaa as well. I will include a link to the official Kwanzaa website so that you can explore it and gain more information and knowledge about Kwanzaa. And again, as I said before, I will include a link to Milana Karinga's video. Thank you.